What's up, everybody? Welcome to Sunday's Morning Spike. I'm Brian the Grizzly here with Mark. How you feeling, bro?
Oh, not too bad. A little tired, but some news to say, I guess, since last time we were on.
We definitely have some news. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's been going on. This NFL, we got a lot of old QBs trying to find new homes, like musical chairs, and who's going to end up with Joe Flacco, because I think he might be the best of all of them. So we'll get to that in a second. We got Derpy just jumping in, says, so you're telling me the Bears only going to win with old linemen? No, we got the fast guys last year. All the fast, little quick guys. Now we gotta get fat guys. Fat guys win you games. It's facts. This is why Mark traded for the fourth or third best left tackle in the game. That's what you do. You get a fat guy, he blocks for your quarterback, and then you win. That's why this morning I'm actually late, because I'm sitting there looking at Draft Buzz, looking at arm length for offensive lineman. So like, none of you guys got 34 inches on. Oh my God, this is gonna be terrible. Yeah, Martin in here said, good morning, guys. Clocking into the new job. Have a great show. Hit the thumbs up, people. What's up, Martin? So glad that you can come and join us, man. I'm glad you got the job too, because it's a good job. So can't complain about that.
Yep. Congrats on the job, Martin.
But with that being said, we did have some moves take place this past week. Most recently, the Vikings acquired Jordan Mason for a trade with the 49ers. It was like a swap of 6-round picks.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and what's good about Jordan Mason is that you get a young back to go with your old back, so that you're re-signing Aaron Jones. Now you get your young Jordan Mason there behind him, and it's almost like you're trying to plan for the future. It's like what they're trying to do at quarterback. What up, Grant Hill? What up, Grant Hill? Have a great show. Appreciate you always.
The Grant Hill?
No. But yeah, what you think about the move?
I mean, I do agree. I don't know. I was never a big fan of Ty Chandler, but I think he's still on the team, isn't he?
If he is, he's third.
Yeah, I was gonna say. And then I don't even know if they have anybody after that. So, and I think Jordan Mason, when he was healthy, showed some kind of promise, I guess.
No, I think he did. He definitely ran behind a good offensive line. And they've tried to rebuild the offensive line as much as they could. So I'm not mad at the Vikings for making this move.
How crazy is it that they brought in Will Fries and Ryan Kelly, and then they're like, Bradbury, you want to come get Bradbury? And then they just released their guard.
Well, I mean, you want to upgrade. That's what they did. They already said we're upgrading after everybody else. Because in the NFC North, it's really competitive. It's just what it is. And you have to be able to run the ball now. I think we've established that. Detroit has shown that, guys, no matter what, even if you have the receivers and quarterback, if you can't run the ball, you're not going to win. I mean, the Eagles did that. You know, fly, Eagles, fly. This is what they showing us. You know, it was Saquon. You have to be able to run the ball.
Okay, I'll get it here. We don't have to say fly, Eagle, fly. Okay.
Don't hate. Don't be mad. They're still the champions as we go right now. You know. But yeah, we all have to try to catch up. And then, okay, so now Martin's team, the Atlanta Falcons, they literally held on to Kirk Cousins. They're going to pay him the $10 million roster bonus, no matter what. Does that surprise you? Like, what's the reasoning behind this?
Are they not 100% sold on Michael Penix?
That's exactly what I'm thinking. That's exactly.
I mean, that's the only thing I kind of came up with, because it was like, you would think there's probably a bunch of teams calling them like, hey,
yeah. Cleveland would be like, hey.
That's what I'm saying. You got the Browns, the Giants, the Steelers. I mean, the Titans still don't have a quarterback.
We have no idea what the hell the Pittsburgh Steelers are doing. None.
None whatsoever.
Like, they trade for another receiver. They finally have a number 1 and number 2. They get rid of their running back. But I think Warren is going to be fine to be in their backfield. And then
I think another one in the draft.
Yeah, they probably get another one in the draft. And then I don't know what the hell they're doing at quarterback. They just said we don't need one. Since we haven't had one for 10 years, the last or 7 years, we don't need one.
Except for Derek Carr still going to start. So I don't think they're in the exact same boat.
I think Kirk Cousins, I mean, he could start for Cleveland. Cleveland could be a good team next year.
Yeah.
I mean, be honest, that team should have won the year before. They won 11 games with Joe Flacco. This is not the worst team in the NFL. It's the worst franchise, but it's not the worst team.
Brand says Penix does have injury history. He does.
He does. He gets hurt every 2 years. But wouldn't you get a cheaper option?
I missed the comment. Sorry.
I believe you missed it. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, no.
What's up, Alec?
What's up, Alec? All right, said the fly Eagles fly for you, so it's all right. No, I mean, I do believe. He said, wow. See, I see how it is. Oh man, that's great. I think that there's no reason to not get a cheaper option. That's my issue. There's other quarterbacks out there. You could get a better option. You don't need Kirk Cousins to be that guy. And doesn't that kind of make Penix?
Right, you could have traded Kirk Cousins, just bid it, and you probably brought Joe Flacco in, or
exactly.
You know, I'm sure Joe Flacco would be like, yeah, sure, I'll be the backup, and then if something does happen to Penix, I can step in there. He's shown he can,
and he will do a great job because he has that rocket arm of his. I think the Falcons do try trade eventually. They're trying to get teams to take on part of that contract on some of that salary, but you're paying them $10 million immediately. Can Pittsburgh trade up for
TV?
This would be the wrong year to do it.
Yeah, I don't think you need to trade up this year.
Even though a lot of prognosticators are saying that there's going to be 3 quarterbacks drafted in the first round this year now. Jackson Dart is on most people's board as a first rounder. Not as a first round pick. Well, not as a first rounder like he deserves to be a first rounder, but that he's going to be drafted in the first round.
Well, I said from the beginning, I was not shocked if someone trades up
and the end of the first round,
bottom of the first half, just so they have that extra year with them. Like that's the same thing that happened with Lamar and Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah, but Lamar was a great move. Teddy Bridgewater, not so much. Jackson Dart.
Yeah, in hindsight, it's easy to say that.
I thought Lamar was amazing anyway. When we had people like Bill Polian say he's a raw receiver, that was the issue. Wasn't necessarily him. He has good feet. We should put him out there in wide receiver. Why? He's shown he can throw the ball. This is going to be a defense draft again. Yes.
Yeah.
This is not a good deep QB class. So, why would you trade up for this year's QBs?
I think offensively, the only there's top heavy wise. There's 2 to 3 really good tight ends, and then I think running back is actually pretty good this year.
Running back is great.
That's about it.
Because I just talked about left tackle, right? None of them have 34-inch arms. That's usually the cutoff.
Offensive line's a little bit. I think guard-wise,
guard is great.
Some good guards.
Guard is great. Yeah,
there's a couple centers that could be good.
Yeah, I think you actually probably have 2 people that might trade up to get a guard in the first round. Mm-hmm. I could see it.
Me too.
But why would they go this year? So why would they get rid of Kenny Pickett to then 2 years later draft Kenny Pickett and Jackson Dart?
I don't think they do. I think they bring back. I think whoever doesn't. So I think who out of the 3, I think they'll be the last team to get one. So wherever Flacco and Rodgers go, or Russ, they'll be stuck with the third one. That's kind of what I think. And I think they'll be happy whichever one they get, honestly.
Even though they're the better team, like Pittsburgh's team, their defense is still good. They're the better overall team. They might be in a murderous division, but why would Rodgers pick the Giants over the Pittsburgh Steelers?
I don't think he would. I think Rodgers is eyeing the Vikings.
Gotta go on that Brett Favre plan, right?
Well, I think that aside, you look at the weapons. The Vikings for quarterback are the ideal landing spot for QB.
I mean, they're taking care of their line, especially the front. In front of the line.
They brought in new offensive linemen. They got JJ, Addison, Hawkinson. Now you have Mason and Jones. Plus Jones is there. I'm sure.
Not
Aaron
to mention
Rodgers will
that
be
you
like,
have.
Hey, Aaron.
You also have one of the best.
Up?
O'Connell is one of the best offensive minds too.
Right.
But I think what T is saying is probably really big too. That Rodgers doesn't want to play for Mike Tomlin because he can't punk Tomlin. Tomlin's going to be like, "Hey, look."
Oh, there's that too.
Like, he's too strong of a personality. He's not going to just let you say what you want. That's his team. We're talking about the face of a team. There's quarterbacks in a lot of teams. For the Pittsburgh Steelers, it's Mike Tomlin. Like, he's the face. He's the franchise.
Crazy to me is that these guys are like, I'm choosing between the Vikings, the Steelers, and the Giants. I'm like, why are the Giants even on your radar?
Because they're
unless everyone else is like, sorry, we're good, and it's like your last option to play QB. Like, why would the Giants even be on here outside of Malik Neighbors?
That's exactly what it is. It's Malik Neighbors,
Yeah, but you're not going to have any time to throw the ball because that offensive line is god awful. And they have done nothing whatsoever to help it.
I will say this: when Aaron Rodgers was with Green Bay, they've had terrible offensive lines. He just got the ball out.
Yeah, when he was in his 20s and 30s, now he's freaking 41.
It'd be 42 during the season.
He's not getting away from anybody now. Look at the Jets.
Part of me in my heart, if I'm gonna be honest, part of me in my heart hopes
wants him to go to the Giants so he gets murdered.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm going to say.
I was like, he's going to bring up with the Packers battle. I'm like, yeah, when he was in his 20s and he could run.
I want Leonard Floyd to be able to end his career. That's all. Full circle, guys. That's what we need. I'm surprised no one picked up on Winston.
I'm not.
I think Jameis is a problem because he's talented, and you're going to see him in practice, and he's going to do stuff. He's going to galvanize your team, and then you got to deal with Jameis' problems. The question is, who's going to throw more touchdowns to? Your team?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like Jameis is one of those weird situations where he is super talented, but just as well as he is talented, he makes those mistakes all the time. Like, look at that one year he had in Tampa where he had like 36 touchdowns and 36 interceptions.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And
you just don't know which Jameis you're going to get.
He had 6 pick six that year too. Did they sign Mason Rudolph? Yes, they did.
Rudolph, yes,
that is in Pittsburgh. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Rodgers doesn't want to play for Mike Tomlin because he can't punk Tomlin. Hey, what you say about the Steelers? No, this is just the facts. They've made a mistake. The Steelers have made a mistake. Rodgers is going to the Giants or Vikings.
I still don't understand why the Giants are even.
Because it's still New York, man. It's still
New York. But like, it's cool. Oh, the big city, and then 2 weeks in, you're like, this was the biggest mistake of my life. I got paid in places I didn't even know you could have paid.
I say he goes to the Vikings. That's 51-year deal. Yeah.
I think the longer he waits, the more and more it looks like he's
Deuce, what's up, Deuce? Shout out to you. James deserves to be on someone's roster.
I don't think you're wrong. He does deserve to be on a roster. I just don't think he'll be a starter.
He's too good. So you have to put him somewhere that you don't have to worry about him being not your quarterback in front of everybody else. Like literally, if Jameis got signed to Indianapolis, he would destroy that team. Because everyone would be looking at Richardson like, man, you suck.
Well, I don't think Indy's going to sign him.
Well, obviously they're not. But my point was just a quarterback who's that level. I mean, they already have one of the worst things ever. I don't know. They're signing. That's cool. Yeah, I just saw it go out. I was like, yeah, well, spoiler.
Yeah, I just looked up and it said your browser is not connected to your camera anymore.
Push it back in there. I think that's what it is.
Cool.
I think Jameis actually. I wonder if Chicago will be interested in Jameis because they do need a quarterback to show them how to do it, how to show them how to be professional. But he's not accurate enough, so I guess that's not a good place. So Winston probably going to New York. So do you think which one, Braden? The Jets or the Giants?
Or the Giants.
I mean, if they have a chance at Aaron Rodgers. Well, Aaron Rodgers is probably going to, I can see him going to Minnesota, right? I can see him going there, going to Minnesota. And then Russ probably has to end up going back to Pittsburgh because that's all the thing that's left. It says, well, Bears got Gardner. I thought the Gardner Minshew went to the Chiefs. I think the Bears. I don't think the Bears signed. I think Chiefs signed Gardner Minshew. Yeah. So it's not the Bears didn't sign him. Gardner's with the Chiefs this right now. They signed with him 2 days ago.
Yeah, Gardner Minshew went to the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm. So he said the Giants. So if James goes to the Giants, I mean, maybe if no one else wants to be there, I guess that makes sense. But if Russ chooses New York over Pittsburgh, I mean, his wife is still Sierra. He has been taking a back seat to his career. Why wouldn't he say this is the last stop, New York? Let her do some things.
New York, New York.
Alex said, "Where did Mark go?"
Don't worry about it. I'm here.
You must be scared of seeing you on Wednesday again. I don't know if Mark scares that easily. Oh man, but no, I am interested in what's going to happen with these backup quarterbacks.
Russell, don't pick it. Sierra's making the decision. I mean,
well, that sounds good, but would she ever pick Pittsburgh? Like, what in the world would want Sierra want to go to Pittsburgh? You know, which is a lovely place, but for a star, it doesn't make any sense. You know,
you just call Pittsburgh a lovely place. I mean, you don't have to.
Fine. I mean, I'm in Chicago, man.
You don't have to lie about it.
Pittsburgh is literally
he doesn't think highly of Pittsburgh, and he's from there.
Pittsburgh is basically like Chicago without all the skyscrapers. We're the same type of people. I gotta be down with my people. I gotta be down with my people, man. Plus, that's my AFC team. If I'm not going for the Chicago, it's Pittsburgh. So that's my team. All right. With that being said, so even though it's funny because Kirk Cousins would be better than all those options. Every single one of those options would be better.
Oh, I don't disagree, but it's the Falcons. They're either being greedy because they don't want to pay him and they want the other team to, or they're just
really worried about.
I've never seen a more indecisive franchise in the last couple of years than the Falcons have been. I feel like
that's because he took the guy. Was Ryan Pace? Ryan Pace is over there messing up just like he did in Chicago.
It's like you throw all that money at a QB and then you're like, let's get another QB with our 8th pick.
Hey, no. Hey, I said Pittsburgh's my team without saying it's a good city, just it's Chicago without the skyscrapers. That's all. That's what it is. We're the same type of people. Kadani's here. Good morning, guys. Happy Sunday, Brian. Do you celebrate St. Patrick's Day or not? Because it's green. Yeah. So because it's too close to Green Bay, I won't even drink green beer. I asked yesterday. I went to go see Brandman when I do the Spoiler Kings with. Went to his bar and talked to him, and they had green beer. I said, I don't drink that. Give me a regular one. Nope. The only one in the bar won't drink green beer. Nope, I don't do it. So I'll pinch you if he doesn't wear green. I'm just not gonna wear it. I don't believe it. I don't even I wear my Eagles jersey. It's a white jersey with the green lettering. I will not wear a green. The only green thing that's in my house is that Mighty Ducks jersey over there. I moved it out my screen because it's too close. I hate it. I hate Green Bay. I hate everything about them. I hope they lose every game this year. Every single game.
I don't think that's going to happen.
I hope all of them fall and trip and hurt their ankles every week.
I saw a conspiracy theory. You're not going to like it.
Oh, God. Here we go. Go ahead.
The 2026 year, Packers are winning the Super Bowl.
No.
Brett Favre, 6th year in Green Bay, won the Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers, 6th year in Green Bay, they won the Super Bowl. That'll be Love's first, his 6th year, plus the Super Bowl literally will be on Valentine's Day.
I'm blowing it up.
What better to have Love?
I'm blowing it up. If there's ever a whole like someone's threatening to blow up the Super Bowl, probably me. But fortunately for me, there's 300,000 people that can do it. No, I don't need none of them. I hate them all.
You don't pay with cash because it's green, so he charge everything.
I use my account. Yeah. No, I don't. I got gold. I hold on to gold.
He pays with his Chase card because it's blue, not green. That'd be crazy and will never happen.
Yeah, exactly. I can't see anything happening for Aaron Rodgers. I'm for.
It's like having to watch the draft from that stupid little town.
I love it. I love it. Thank you, Dirty Dog.
Brian trying to be Bane over here, blowing up stadium.
Is it really a stadium? I mean, no one will even notice. If Green Bay wasn't there, would anyone even notice? Will anything in the economy of the United States economy go down because Green Bay is not there? Nothing. We're okay. Stupid ass town. I hate it so much. Green Bay stupid sucks. Ugh. Stop talking about Green Bay.
Said you weren't gonna like it. That's what the first thing I said.
No, but just to be a thorn in their side, how about this? Bears 2026 Super Bowl. Let's go. Super Bowl, Super Bears 2026. Ruin Green Bay. Let's go.
Why don't you work on finishing with a winning record and then move on from there?
That's why we have that. I gave it 2 years. The first year we got this. First thing we had to do was work on finishing games. Let's not give up Hail Marys losing that. Let's go there
every
first.
year. We're going to win 9 or 10 games, and then you win 4.
We're going to win 9 or 10 games this year. We're talking about matter of fact, we're winning 11 games this year. Don't let me get into this year. God. We're winning 11 games this year.
So, but mark it down. Bears are winning 6 games.
11. We got this, guys.
You just take whatever Brian says and subtract 5.
Now you can't say that because the year we won 7, I said we were only going to win 5. So
when did you win 7?
Well, Justin Fields last year. Just recently.
Oh yeah, you're right. No, Oh no, there was 3 years ago where you were really bad.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's when we. But even then, we didn't get the number one. We did have the number one.
Traded the number 1 pick to the Panthers.
Yes. Thank you, Carolina.
And I believe you said you were going to win 9 or 10 games that year. Me and Martin looked at you like, bro, what drugs are you on?
The one that we traded the pick. Is that the one? I think
you said you were going to win 9 or 10 games, and that was
we were going to win 8.
Yeah,
we said we were going to win 8.
I said 3, and you won 3.
I think I said we were going to win 8 this year, and then the next year I said we're only going to win 5, and then we won 8 or 7. I was like, okay, huh?
8, and then you only won 3. That's 5. Tell him to track 5. Next year, Brian's going to be like 17.
We win 17. Exactly. We win 17. Let's go. Chicago Bears will win every game. We're going 17-0. We got this. Just so we can get to 9. Let's go. We're going to make it to the playoffs.
12 wins. Here we go.
That's exactly what it's happening. It's happening. I'm not forgetting this. Brian has some villain or origin story involving Green and the Packers. We just don't know about it yet. Oh man, where we get our cheese from? The rest of Wisconsin could still be there, just not Green Bay.
I like Tillamook, which is from Oregon. So
Right, they're gonna
Another
put
green
everyone
team,
there.
the
Won't there be a crowd they had in Detroit? Well, it's okay. You know, they can all become Wisconsin Badger fans. We'll be all right.
Might get 11 combined wins between the Bears. Oh, snap.
Brady, I know where you live, bro. I know where you live. Bears win two
and get the third pick in the draft next year.
Dude, with this offensive line, we don't even need.
Wow.
We win 2 games just with the offensive line. Let's go.
Yeah, I said 6. That be.
We won more this year. Like, why? So we get Joe Tooney, we go down. Like, what are you guys talking about?
How's it going, James?
What's up, James? So Bridgewater is greater than Hooker.
Probably.
I don't know, man. I really think Hooker just not had the opportunity.
It's sad to think about, but Detroit won as many games last year as the Bears have won in the last 3 years.
Yeah, I think that's exactly right. I think that's exactly right.
Actually, they won one more. Pretty sure your last 3 years combined is 14.
No, it's 15.
I thought it was 3, 4, and 7.
No, didn't we win 5 games last year?
You just said you won 7. Which one was it?
Last year? I said we won 7 to Justin Fields last year.
Wasn't that last year?
No, Justin Fields was on Pittsburgh. We were 5-12.
I thought this was his first year with Pittsburgh.
Yeah, so last season we won 5 games because we had 4 wins going to you. When we
that's right.
We were 4-2.
Sorry, I'm not used to you beating the Packers. I forgot you beat the Packers in the last week. Sorry.
We're the only undefeated team in the division
in January.
No, this year. In all of 2025, we're the only undefeated team in the division.
That's true. Till week 1 happens.
Tell me when I say what that say.
I'm sorry, I forgot about the Green Bay game. Okay,
we're literally
beating them.
Well, we're going to continue to beat them. You'll be okay. We'll continue to beat them, and we'll catch back up with the numbers to be the number 1 team and wins. All this stuff is happening this year. Let's go, Bears.
5-12.
Yeah,
no
Bears.
The Bears.
Let's turn to a Bears.
You try to make fun of Green for so long, and then
it's okay. No, I'm not worried about because Green Bay is sucking this year. They are sucking in free agency.
3-7-5. Yes, I forgot about that Green Bay game.
Yep. I told you this is what it's okay. It's okay. And we're going to we're not. We're going to win all 17 games this year.
So not counting the calendar year of 2025, it's only 14.
But then if you add the calendar year 2025, we're undefeated.
That's true.
Let's go. And we'll continue it all the way.
So are the Eagles. And they played like 5 games. 4 games.
We didn't have that opportunity. That's all. We will continue to win. You can't prove it. That's all right. Super Bears, Super Bowl. We're gonna do the Super Bowl shuffle in October. Just to prove you guys wrong.
Why do we have to play each other again next year? Why do they keep doing this to us?
No, I can't wait because we're gonna try to destroy you. Except I don't want Jay Davis to get hurt.
So we beat you by another Hail Mary?
I like him too much. I mean, we beat you guys for 59 minutes. 59 minutes, we whooped you.
I wouldn't say 59 minutes. I'm pretty sure until you scored 2 touchdowns in the 4th quarter, it was like the boringest game ever.
It was the most boring game ever. And we were both, everyone was looking like this.
Yeah, it was like 3-3 or something like that. Going into
I think we're up 6-3 or something like that.
Yeah, I think it was like 6-3.
Said we need an intervention episode. Brian about the color green. No, we don't. I don't even like Kermit. I don't allow Kermit to be in my house.
Somewhere out there, somebody put together a video of all the
who's in-game failures. Yeah,
over that said here it was long and painful to watch, but I made it without puking.
I don't know if I could.
It'd be so much better.
Dude, we lost games that didn't even make sense.
59 minutes. What happened in minute 60? That was called a Hail Mary.
Yeah. Well, we had a defensive back that was celebrating for the last 3 plays of the game.
Oh, we were up 9-0 at the half. Oh, that's right. We were up 9-0, and then we allowed.
Then we came back.
Then
it was 14-9, and then
we scored the Hail Mary.
These are the Hail Mary at the end. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah. It was still a terrible game.
I think it was all field goals. So.
Yeah, there was no touchdowns being made. It was a terrible game.
The only touchdown we scored, I think, was that Hail Mary.
It was. That was the only one. And Tyreek Stevenson was just doing his best to ruin my life. Thank you. He did it all last year. But I think we'll be okay. I think we've made some good moves, so I'm not too worried about it. See, so the Chiefs signed, we said Gardner Minshew for their backup quarterback, and they got Juju is coming back. The 49ers re-signed Juice for a 2-year, $8 million contract. Cooper Kupp finally got released and got signed by the Seahawks. Like I said, he's going to go to Seattle Seahawks, which makes sense, even though someone in our group said JSN's now number one quarterback, wide receiver. I was like, bro, he had 100 receptions and 1,100 yards. How's he not number one wide receiver? So him plus Cooper Kupp makes a lot more sense for Seattle. Wouldn't it be a thing if Waldron don't hand the ball to a lineman? Yeah. Exactly. Fumbling. How many times are we gonna do that? How you gonna keep on doing it too, man? Shane Waldron's an idiot. And complete idiot. Where does Swift end up? On the couch or with whom?
Is it really sad that when I first read this question, Taylor Swift was
the first thing?
It's like Taylor Swift.
Yeah. He's staying here. What's this gonna stay? He'll be the lightning to the Bears, whatever they do in the draft. I heard rumors of that Nick Chubb also might be coming. So that's what we're gonna have.
You want to trade for Nick Chubb?
No. I know why he hates Green. All these years the Packers owned them. The double doink against my Eagles is starting to make sense. You guys gonna keep on playing. I'm from Chicago. No one's scared of anyone from Green Bay. I will burn this whole thing down. I don't have my Anthony Anderson. Actually, I wanted to do it anyway.
You're gonna be careful. Come in on Wednesday, and he's just gonna have fire in the background. Gonna have like the Green Bay Stadium with just fire everywhere.
Here we go. This is gonna be me when we come in on Wednesday. Where is it?
This makes me want to burn this motherfucker down. Come on, Boogie, let's burn this motherfucker down. Come on, Boogie, let's burn this motherfucker down. Let's burn it down. Let's burn it.
That's me.
Does that make me Boogie?
Exactly. Oh, man. But I think JSN is going to have a wonderful season this year, guys. I really do.
All right, if we're hating on Green and burning down the Packers, we'll do the Eagles too.
They're next. They're next.
They should have signed Hollywood Brown over Juju.
No, they did sign Hollywood Brown, so they actually have both on their team.
Oh, they brought Juju back too?
Yeah. So Juju got re-signed this week. So, yeah, they have both those guys now. As far as the depth chart, they have Xavier Worthy, Juju. They have Hollywood Brown. Yeah. Only one that they didn't bring back was the old guy. All right, so yeah, you tell us. So what's the story on Olamide Zaccheaus? You tell us.
Well, who did he sign with somebody?
With us.
He signed with the Bears?
Yeah.
Oh, he's actually pretty good. When we had all the injuries and he became the number 2, he was putting up numbers, at least with Jay Daniels.
How is he with blocking?
I didn't really see him block much, so probably not great.
You guys
he's a little guy, so.
Yeah. Is he 5'9", 180 pounds?
Yeah, he's a very small guy. I think we used him mostly with, Cliff Screenberry's offense, so you know what we were doing with him. But he was shifty and he made guys miss, so.
Oh, us signing him made me feel like we have to go get another bigger wide receiver. So we might end up with the wrong St. Brown again. That's
bring back him, huh?
Equimenius, yeah. I think that could happen. Hey, Cooper Rush and the Cowboys got an agreement. Huh. Oh, good. Jordan Mason
going to the Vikings had a good pickup. I mean, I don't think it's bad. And all they did was go down 20 spots in the draft. So,
in the 6th round
to 180.
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, it's to pick up a possible solid number 2 running back. It's not bad.
And they got younger. I mean, so a 25-year-old running back that showed that he could run the ball behind Aaron Jones, who does have injury problems sometimes, and he stepped in pretty well for CMC. So I think that works to the advantage in all those ways. So that what it says. Cooper Rush to the Ravens now. That's what it just came up. Yeah, former Cowboys Cooper Rush has reached agreement on a 2-year contract worth $12.2 million with the Baltimore Ravens.
Who?
Cooper Rush.
Oh, Cooper Rush going to Baltimore?
Yeah, for 2-year, $12.2 million.
Oh, so he left. So that makes a lot more sense because I saw something that came out of Dallas that they're really high on Ewers.
Yeah, of course you have to.
So they don't even have a backup. So, and not only just to be the backup, but they think Ewers could replace Dak. Apparently, that's what the Cowboys are saying.
Quinn Ewers could replace Arch Manning. Arch Manning. Everyone in Texas is like, can you please go?
Arch Manning. He was there before Arch Manning. Arch Manning replaced him.
My point is that if Arch Manning right now, they could have had Quinn Ewers one more year, and everyone in Texas said, please go. We're good. Let it go.
Ohio State didn't even want him.
So. I know. They didn't want to pay him enough.
That's where he was supposed to be going. And then he was like, I guess I'm going to the draft.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, we rescind that off for $6 million.
Look at that. Cooper Rush. They were evens. How about that? Cooper Rush. Yeah, I heard Cooper, and I was like, thinking Cooper Kupp, and I'm like, he already signed with the Seahawks?
Yeah. So what do you think about the Bengals finally saying that they're close to signing both Chase and Higgins?
Yeah, that's crazy.
How can you do that unless you're definitely trading Hendrickson?
Well, I feel like if they're both there, there's no way they can keep Hendrickson.
Then they have to stop asking for a 1st and a 2nd round pick.
Because unfortunately, you're looking at what? Almost 40 probably. Well, no, Jamar Chase will be the highest paid non-QB.
At least 40.1.
So over 40.
Mm-hmm.
T. Higgins has to be between 30 and 34, 35, I would think.
I think you have to give him $32 million, probably.
So those two are already at just under 80. And then you factor in Joe Burrow, who's at what, 50 or 60?
So Joe Burrow I think it's 52. I think total you could get all those guys.
We're looking at just under 140 for all of them.
At 110.
130?
I think you get for 110.
110?
Yeah. I think you get for 110.
We were just at 75 with
40.1 and 31. All right. So that's what, 71?
72.
Yeah, 72. And then we got you said he's making 50.
So that's 124.
Yeah. 124.
125.
Yeah. So that's 125. But also the way the caps are structured, you can take the cap hit away. They're going to become the New Orleans Saints.
Yes.
They're going to be the Saints, and that's what's going to happen.
Chase and Higgins have the same agent, and it's a package deal, apparently. Oh, either both or neither. How about that?
That's interesting. I like that.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. That's funny. Oh, I guess they still have Trey Lance, or is he a free agent too? I don't know. Forgot about Trey Lance.
Who cares about Trey Lance?
Yeah, I was going to say. Only way you sign Chase and Higgins if you really backload the contract.
No, you do it the right way, and you keep on giving them money. You do what they're doing with Patrick Mahomes every year. Sign him to a contract, and then every year you give him this huge signing bonus. Huge signing bonus.
Sucks because like there's certain teams like the owner of like the Rams, they were doing it, and then you got like the Broncos who have all that Walmart money. You could do most of it in like signing bonuses and whatnot. But the Bengals are just not one of those teams that can do that.
You're gonna have to do it. You're gonna have to put that money up, and that's the only way you can hold on to these guys. But that does tell me that that Hendrickson has to go. There's no way. You need that cap.
Because if you add Hendrickson in there, I mean, now you're looking at 150 for 4 people.
And then what's the salary cap right now? 220,
and that leaves you with 70 million for 50 other spots on your roster. Yeah, good luck. There's no way.
I mean, your offensive line it should be the next most expensive thing on your team.
All right, Joe Burrow, you have your weapons back, but you're gonna be.
Can you throw when no one else in front of you?
Have no running game to speak of.
They're gonna draft a running back definitely in this draft.
Well, they better hope they knock the draft out because if they don't, they're gonna struggle bus.
It's 279.
Okay, 279.
So about $100 million for 50 players. That means you can't have any higher.
29 million.
I mean, you can try it.
Well, I guess without Hendrickson, it would be.
Yeah, it's doable without Hendrickson. It's definitely doable without him. I don't know how you're gonna play the rest of these players because they have their salary cap is actually interesting. But I think this is what Cincinnati has to do. That's the only way they can win.
Yeah, but 50 people that's less than 10 million a person.
No, that's less than 2 million. $3 million a person.
Well, if they sign Hendricks, it's less than 2.
Even
they'll have about 100 million with 50 people to sign.
100. So right now they only have 120, 130 million, and they set to sign 50 people. That's what, less than $3 million a person.
God, that's insane.
Yeah,
come on down. We got the league minimum over here.
Orlando Brown is making $15 million, right? Logan Wilson's making $9 million.
Once these contracts hit, most of them will be. Those contracts will probably be up.
Let's see. No suitors for Keenan Allen and Tevin Jenkins yet. Do we think either of them will come back as on a team-friendly deal? Keenan Allen, maybe.
I don't think you need Tevin Jenkins.
Yeah, no, at this time.
I don't think anybody wants Tevin Jenkins.
As much as people have been saying Keenan Allen going back to the Chargers, I don't know if they have the money because of the moves they've been making. You know, what have they've done?
Oh, cool! My players are bickering with each other. That's cool.
Yeah. What's new with the beef with a safety Brisker on CD Lamb? Whatever. I mean, if you want to get rid of Brisker,
you're on my team. I need you to get along.
If you want to get rid of Brisker, I'll take him. I'll take it for you off your hands.
Whoever is Keaton possibly goes back to Chargers.
So the Chargers have made a lot of moves. They have made a lot of moves. So they have a lot of players to play to still pay.
If you sign them to a 1-year deal, it's not that big a deal.
I think it'd be 1 year, $12 to $13 million.
Lamb called the Bears bums.
Let's see.
Cowboys are just fine with everybody.
Well, you know, it takes one to know one. That's what I'll tell him. It takes one to know one, and you suck.
Do you think? Let me ask you something, because I saw this, and it's mostly fan speculation, I think, at this point. But Adam Schefter did chime in, and it kind of made me think. So I don't know. Apparently, Parsons isn't exactly happy still with what the Cowboys have been doing. And the word is the higher ups, including Jerry Jones, have been contemplating trading him still to this point. And apparently the Charger or the Lions have been in contact.
Why wouldn't
And
the
a
Lions
lot,
be in contract? I
and a
would be.
lot of people think the Lions are going to get Parsons, and I'm like, okay, well, I don't know about the Lions getting Parsons part. I was just more
Where?
intrigued that the higher ups are actually seriously contemplating trading him.
Here's my question: Where would you have money to sign him? Because he's going to win a $50 million contract.
Oh, the Lions? I don't know. It's a great question. Unless they restructure Goff. Like, hey, we'll give you all that money. We're going to need some of it back.
Yeah, exactly. But even if they did that, they still, their line, Penny Sewell, you know.
Yeah, but all those, I mean, you look at what the Cowboys just did. Oh, we signed all these guys to extensions. Oh, look, we're going to restructure you a year later to free up $60 million.
It's because they were able to do that with 3 players, right? It was 3 players.
Yeah. So you don't think the Lions couldn't do that with Goff, Sewell, Amon-Ra, if it means they'll be more competitive? I'm pretty
Because
sure
they have other players they have other players they got to pay coming down this pipeline.
Well, I'm not saying they don't, but
right now the Cowboys don't have to pay a running back.
Well,
the Lions have $30 million in
and even before Gibbs, they got Aiden Hutchinson to think about.
Exactly. So I mean, there's no way that I don't see them being able to pay all that money, unless you're gonna fill the rest out the roster out with like scabs. I don't know how else it could be.
That's just what I was hearing, and I was like, that's just nuts to me. If the Cowboys are just like, all right, bye Parsons.
So,
yeah, 2000. Oh, it'd be to for the exact year. It was 2015, and it was Greg Hardy was the last time the Cowboys spent more than $8 million on a free agent.
That's stupid. I don't even understand.
10 years ago.
Wow. I don't understand what they're doing, but whatever. Okay.
Well, it's just crazy that they did all that restructuring to free this all up to re-sign a long snapper and to sign like a 4th-string defensive tackle, I think is all they've done. Oh, wait. No, they brought in running backs.
Yeah, so didn't they just bring someone in?
Yeah, they brought in 2 running backs. They got Dowd. Who were the running backs they just brought in? There's 2 of them.
I'm trying to look because I know
it's fleeting me.
I mean, they haven't done.
Oh, Miles Sanders.
Miles Sanders. That's who it was. Miles Sanders. Yeah.
There was another one though too. They brought in 2. Not that they spent a lot of money, but
that's a good question. Brayden says, "Do the Chargers go after Parsons? But they'll lose all of their remaining cap space, and you have to have about $8 to $10 million to sign any of these guys these draft picks to."
Oh, you're not wrong. That was the first thing I thought of after Crosby and then Garrett signed. I was like, "Oof."
Oh, he's
going to go up.
What do you think? I think Mike Parsons is going to ask for $44 million a year.
Do the Chargers go after Parsons? They got money this and next year. I mean,
they won't though. Next year they definitely will because they only signed Khalil Mack to an $18 million deal. They've spent.
Well, they still have 59 left this year, so the rest of the rosters. And plus, if you sign them and do the extension, it doesn't count this year. It starts next year, doesn't it? Or does it affect the current year? I don't know.
I think it does. The cap hit, I think it does create help. Hurt. So I think they have 59 still. They'll have to pay him 44 of it, and then that will be the left. They can sign the rest of their rookies then with the next $15 million. I guess that could work.
Well, they might not have to pay that many rookies because they'll probably have to give up some of those draft picks to get them.
They'll have to probably give up all their draft picks to get them, but would that be a good move for the Chargers? Especially being in the division that he has all these quarterbacks, would that be a really good move? Replace Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack going out on a 1-year deal.
Well, Bosa plays for the Bills now, so.
Yeah, but say we replaced Joey.
Gotcha.
We replaced with Joey Bosa. Khalil Mack came back on an $18 million deal. Bring in Parsons, who can kind of change the entire culture. They have a lot of talent on the defense too, and then you have a great coach with Harbaugh. I wouldn't be against it, man. Honestly, I would not be.
I feel like defensive wise, that's probably their biggest need. Although, how's their defensive tackles look? I don't even know who they have.
Nothing to write home for about.
Because I mean, they just brought in Greenlaw, plus they have the rookie or the second-year guy out of Michigan at linebacker, so that's pretty stacked.
Tupeluto, was it Tupeluto? So you have that.
Corner and safety's not bad.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you got Bud Dupree and Khalil Mack on the other side.
Oh, you have Bud Dupree?
Yeah.
That's not a name I've heard in a while.
Derwin James. So, I mean, they could definitely afford it. And they're bringing back. So, if they brought back Keenan Allen, they would have officially brought back both Mike Williams and Keenan Allen.
Yeah, I know. When I saw Mike Williams went back, I was like, whoa.
Yeah, so
crazy.
I mean, but that means if they did that, they don't believe in QJ. Lad McConkey's there. Lad McConkey's the dude, right? They already signed Najee.
Well, I think Lad McConkey's the slot.
Yeah, he's that dude. Like, so there's no question that he's going
to
be.
And I think they needed another guy on the edge, so now you got QJ and Williams on the edge.
But that's what I'm saying. If you bring Keenan Allen,
depth. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, obviously, that's going to be very, very expensive depth. I don't think it's depth. I think he starts. I still think Keenan Allen has it. I think he's very close to Mike Evans. I mean, I wish y'all live near me. I'd invite you guys over for a game. I'm hosting in a few days. Game night. Dude, I love game nights. I'm not driving to Florida, but I love it.
Cincy and Trey still on the team.
Yeah, Hendrickson
is still in Florida. I thought he lived in Philly.
No, I think he lives in Florida. But
he was just in Philly for the Super Bowl.
That's his team. Trey Hendrickson is still on the team, but the question is,
he's on his last year.
Mm-hmm. I think he's only making $18 million.
He's not even negotiating. He just straight up said, "I want to be traded." So,
well, everyone has a number. If you don't believe me, that's the best defensive end in all the game.
Yeah, but they can't afford to give Trey Hendrickson $40 million to make him happy.
Well, if you only want
to just went over their logistics.
If you only want a couple people, then we'll be all right. That's all you do. If you only want like 7 other people,
4 people.
They only starters. Why do we need starters?
Yeah, why do we need more than a QB, 2 receivers, and well, I also just re-signed Gesicki too. I mean, I don't know. He's probably not making much, but
so Mark's favorite free agent signing, Benjamin St-Juste. Going to the Chargers, yeah.
Yeah, let's go. Get out of here. You suck. Anthony's over here criticizing Lattimore, and the whole time I'm watching last year, and every time we gave up a touchdown, I'm like, oh, Benjamin St-Juste trailing his guy. What else is new? Oh, that guy's wide open. Oh, there's Benjamin St-Juste trying to catch him. Every time. I was like, for a guy who was like 6'2", and supposedly very athletic, I was like, you are not good.
He maybe doesn't have good hips. Anthony says, I'm allergic to hang out or go over Eagles fans' house.
Watch, I'm going to have to eat my words. He's going to be all pro this upcoming year.
Because he's going to Harbaugh. Yeah. Yep. Harbaugh knows how to coach that. The
Dan Quinn knows how to coach a corner too. So if Dan Quinn couldn't help him.
Maybe he's being a zone scheme, possibly. Maybe being next to Derwin James makes everyone better.
I'm allergic to hang out or go over Eagles fans' house. He's allergic to hanging out with the Eagles fans.
If you had to choose one team to hate, wouldn't it be Dallas?
Oh yeah, I definitely hate Dallas way more than I'll ever hate Philly.
Lattimore is.
I mean, I feel like with the success over the last decade or so, Philly fans are starting to get kind of obnoxious.
I mean, they're still Philadelphia fans. They're going to turn their own team. They're going to throw batteries at Santa Claus.
I called it. Lattimore was getting on my nerves.
They're gonna throw batteries at everybody. Everyone's is up for it.
Still though, Anthony, if you watch the tape, you'll see Benjamin St-Juste getting beat all the damn time. It's driving me nuts.
Oh, he's the one we go after.
Huh?
Yeah, he's the one we go after. You look at it and you say, okay, which guy can we go after? He's like, yeah, that's my bitch. There he is, right there. All right, we got you guys re-signed your defensive end, Farrell.
Yeah.
And did you hear about
2 defensive ends? So I'm like, woohoo!
You need someone on your team, right?
I mean, Farrell was at least a former first rounder, I believe.
Yeah, fourth pick overall, I believe.
Yeah.
He's more of a run stopper. I think he had 3.5 sacks though.
And we did have him last year, so. I mean, at this point, he can be starting because I don't know who else we have at edge rush. Dante Fowler signed somewhere else, so.
Yeah, he went back to Dallas.
Oh, geez, he did go to Dallas. Didn't he?
He went back to Dallas.
Sounds about right.
Okay, here is my last question for you. What do you think about Ogunjobi and Hoyt both being banned for 6 games? These are the guys that the Bills just brought in, just signed, and they're banned for 6 games for PEDs, both.
Really? I didn't hear this.
Yeah, both. So Larry Ogunjobi, that's the same player that the Bears tried to sign before, going to Pittsburgh. He said he failed his physical and went to Pittsburgh. Had a great time, a great couple of years there. They said he's a defensive tackle, and then Michael Hoyt had a pretty good defense. He's a pretty good defensive end. They both just signed with them, and they both are suspended for the next 6 games, first 6 games of the season for PED use.
Wow. Well, the Bills are like, cuckoo.
Yeah. What's his name? Brandon Bean said it's not ideal to have 2 guys with that, but both guys have never had any issues off the field. It's a tough lesson of where to do your supplements or shopping or whatever happened. Yeah, I'm sure that's what it is. They had the wrong supplements. They got 6 games banned. Yeah, I'm sure that's what it is. Not that you need help to heal faster. So, yeah, that's weird. So now the Bills, I don't know what they're going to do for those 6 games, but, I think Josh Allen will be all right. He just said the ball. He's the one that need to have the PEDs.
I didn't even say that with a straight face. Sorry.
They need to give him the PEDs. I mean, Ed Oliver and Bosa and Rousseau might be okay. So we'll see.
He's injury prone enough. He doesn't need help.
That's true. That is very true. All right. Is there anything else you want to talk about from today? Because we still haven't talked about where do you think Rodgers is going to land?
Oh, we kind of touched on it. I said Vikings is where I think he'll ultimately end up.
Okay. And where do you think
Russell's going to land? Giants because New York, but I'm like, he already tried New York, so I don't know why he'd want to go back.
Where do you think Russ goes?
I think Russ goes to New York.
Somehow, I think he ends up back in Pittsburgh.
You think he goes to Pittsburgh?
I think he ends up back in Pittsburgh. He looks at the guys they have. He knows for a couple of games he could be good. They need to figure out the running back position with Warren and who's going to be the other guy.
I thought Joe Flacco might be the one that ends up in Pittsburgh.
I think Joe Flacco is a great fit in Pittsburgh, but I don't think.
And then he's only Cincy away from playing for all 4 teams.
But that's what I think that was the issue. I think they don't want ex-Raven being the quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think Joe Flacco's the best fit, though. Except for the fact he can't move and they can't block.
How crazy would it be, though, if you bring in Joe Flacco and you're like, ha, we beat you with your QB. Not that I don't know if that would happen, but
I don't know.
I mean, with the Browns, possibly. But
yeah, but not the Ravens.
I don't know about the Ravens.
But I would not mind that.
I think he would keep them in games. I don't think he would necessarily lose games for him.
What do you think?
That defense.
And with all that talent on the outside now, Freiermuth also in the middle. So, I mean, there's a lot of talent there. Who ends up leading the Browns?
Who's leading the Browns?
Yeah, so who's going to be the quarterback for the Browns?
Yeah, that's the one I don't know. I mean, I guess with the 2 pick, they could bring in a rookie.
You think you're going to start a rookie too?
I mean, well, we're going to start Kenny Pickett?
It just sounds more sense. It makes more sense for me to get Kirk Cousins somehow.
Oh, I don't disagree. I think they should try to get Kirk Cousins. And from the beginning of the offseason, I said Kirk number 1 landing spot's going to be the Browns for Kirk Cousins.
I think they had to promise, something. They say, like, we're going to fix this quarterback position. We're going to bring some type of guy in here to help us with this quarterback position. because I don't think Myles Garrett signs without having that at least assurance. Right. So I think they have to do something, work the back channels to figure it out. Dirty Dog says, I'm tired of Rodgers, that sorry ass. Who really wants his drama? Retire already. I second that. I really do. I need him off my team. I need him just gone.
Sure, so not everybody was getting beat. Stroll was pretty good, actually.
I don't know. I mean, you guys outscored a lot of teams, and you had a good scheme. I don't think your defensive backfield was great, but you could upgrade it this year. So let's see.
That's what I said. I said from the beginning we need another corner. I mean, we got Will Harris. He's not terrible.
And you can still get one in the draft.
Well, that's what I'm assuming. But then we need edge rush too. So I'm like, I don't know what's happening. I feel like first round pick at this point, if we don't make a move for Hendricks, has to be edge rush. Just has to be. And then maybe second round could be corner or safety.
You probably go next 3 rounds to take corner safety and just see if you hit lightning in the bottle.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, Garrett said he knew who the QB was before signing the big deal. Like, really, dude? You saw the money and that's it. I think they told Myles Garrett they had to tell him their plan. They had to have a huge plan for him to also come back.
Oh, I don't disagree. I feel like they had to be like, all right, this is what we're working with. And they probably asked for his input too.
Mm-hmm.
Because at this point, they want to keep him. So they're like, what do you think? And then at the end of the day, he was like, oh, money. Sounds good.
And so we're talking about Pittsburgh. We just got a little sleeper notice that said Ole Miss QB Jackson Dart could be in play at the 21st pick for the Pittsburgh Steelers. They're literally getting rid of a quarterback and then hiring another quarterback. Like, they're getting rid of the same guy. I don't understand. You had Kenny Pickett, and you're going to bring in Jackson Dart. I don't understand.
Yeah.
I would rather get Jalen Monroe, and wait till like the 3rd rounder and try to get lightning in the bottle. See what happens. See if I can get my Jalen.
Did one of these teams trade for Milton?
That's a good question. I don't think Milton. I think everyone knows Milton's not ready.
He's not, but he showed he had promise that last game against Buffalo. Not that they played anybody, but
yeah, it was just a guy. Yeah. Big news as a Cardinals fan. I could order my Marvin Harrison Jr. jersey now.
Hey, there you go.
Whatever. On that note, it's time to get out of here, guys. There's a lot of stuff going on. Keep your ears to the ground. See what the second and third wave of free agency kind of brings. There's officially 39 days to the draft, so we have to really get on these, breaking down these rookies. So I'm gonna talk to Mark and we're gonna decide if we're gonna start with the defensive ends or defensive tackles, and then go from there. Because if we do defensive tackles, we might have to go for like 3 weeks just on them. So with that being said, we'll figure that out. On Tuesday, we'll be on the Panda Grizzly show. We'll be breaking down the Bears' moves, talking about Zacchaeus. How's it going to work? Is there anyone else we should be looking after? And then on Wednesday, we'll be on Dynasty Pylon. There's actually a Gridiron Heights that I haven't played yet, so we could definitely look at that, and we'll see what other NFL news that comes through. We'll have Alex that day, so that'll be a lot of fun, a lot of arguing and going through there, because we have a new league year, guys. We have to start figuring out what we're going to do, especially with our dynasty rosters. So with that being said, I'm Brian the Grizzly here with Mark, and we're going to get out of here, man. You got anything else?
Later. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Later, guys.